Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, man. Today we're going to talk Houston Rockets. I'm actually going to be live by the time this video is out if you guys want to come say what's up. Watching the Nets-Knicks game. I haven't made a Rockets video in a couple of days on this channel. If you didn't know, I post all my Rockets daily content. There's a link down below. It's called Houston Rockets Daily on YouTube if you guys want to check that out. But I kind of want to reiterate a video I made on my Rockets channel for a bigger video, because in that video I mainly talked about Josh Christopher and why I'm concerned with the development of the Houston Rockets. I think most Rocket fans would honestly probably agree with the statement that, you know, we're rebuilding. Yes, we're obviously rebuilding, and you know, it takes time. Rebuilding takes time, but I need to see more, if that makes sense. I'll use an example from 2 nights ago game against Utah Jazz, and take all this with a grain of salt because they do play the Phoenix Suns tonight, and all of this could be a flop. But if we're being honest here, I think the same exact thing is going to happen. KPJ, Eric Gordon, I think both of those two players might miss, so maybe not tonight, but tomorrow against the Clippers. Who knows? After a break, these are issues I have concerns with. The number one is the development of Jalen Green. I think Jalen Green's an absolute stud. In his third NBA game, he dropped 30 points. You know, so to me, he possesses a lot of potential. He has star potential for sure. The fact he's not top 5 rookies, that's concerning. It's concerning. He's given, 30 minutes at least every single night, and statistically, it's just not panning out well. Well, here is my big concern. Last night, 2 nights ago, Jalen Green, 7 field goal attempts in the first half. He was gunning. He was gunning. He was shooting well from downtown. What he finished with? 2 of 4 from 3 of 6 from downtown. Had 7 field goal attempts. He had double-digit points. Jalen Green was looking like he was about to drop another, maybe 22-point game on efficient shooting. And granted, Jalen's defense has been going well. It's been getting a lot better. 2 field goal attempts in the second half. I mean, there's clip after clip after clip where Christian Wood will get the rebound, go all the way down the court, hold the ball for 10 to 15 seconds, and take a bad shot attempt that sometimes actually ends up going in. And so Jalen Green taking 2 field goal attempts in the second half, it makes 0 sense. That is not the way it should be. Alperen Sengun needs to have, he doesn't need technically, but Sengun should have the ball in his hands every Rockets possession that isn't a fast break. Every Rockets possession that is not a fast break, Sengun should have the basketball. Maybe, 90% of the time, something like that. An example I'll use is Nikola Jokic. If you have Nikola Jokic on your basketball team, are you not going to play him? Are you not going to play through him? Nikola Jokic is one of the best, most gifted big men in the entire NBA. And I'm not trying to say Sengun's on that Jokic level, but what I am trying to say is they both possess great court vision. They both possess great passing skills. So Alperen Sengun, whenever the ball is in his hands, he's finding cutters. Sometimes he's, going at whoever's guarding him, scoring in the paint, being crafty with it. Whatever it is, he's looking to create offense. You just can't not have 5 straight possessions where Sengun doesn't touch the basketball. I don't understand how that happens. Traded away future first for Sengun. Like I said, I understand all these kids are really young. They're all very, very young. But this is a tanking season. Hopefully, this is the last opportunity the Houston Rockets have to fully commit to a tank. Next season, I'm not trying to do this. I don't care if the roster looks the exact same. I am not trying to lose every basketball game we play in. That sucks. You need to start seeing some progression. You need to start seeing some development. And with both Jalen Green and Sengun, while there's areas they're improving, I would say overall they're both trending downhill. And I don't mean to make that seem like it's for their whole future. I just mean it feels like since the calendar hit 2022, so the last 6 weeks or so, Jalen Green and Sengun have been almost afterthoughts in the Rockets' offense and just their game in general. They're both improving defensively, so it's not like a total waste. And there are games where both of them offensively do get possessions, they do get the touches, and they make use of it. But having guys like Eric Gordon in the starting lineup, what does that ever accomplish? I'm so genuinely confused. The only thing, I don't know when in the season Eric Gordon entered the starting lineup, but at no point did it ever make sense. Maybe if you're trying to increase his trade value, but Eric Gordon, at this point, the trade deadline's over. We're stuck with him for another year and a half, or at least another half season until the offseason comes along, and good luck Rafael Stone trading him away. Why is he playing? Why is he getting 30 minutes a night in the starting lineup? I genuinely don't understand it. And now we'll get to the biggest issue I have, because I can live with all that. At the end of the day, Eric Gordon's a good basketball player. He makes our basketball team better. But if we're rebuilding and we're tanking and we're trying to get a top 30 draft pick, I'm not really trying to win these basketball games. I'm trying to be competitive in it. I'll take a win here and there. I'm just trying to see some competitive basketball. My biggest issue is Dennis Schroeder. I love Dennis Schroeder as a player. I love him. Absolutely love him. I love the dog in him. I love how gritty he is. I love how defensively he'll pick you up at half court, or he'll pick you up full court, and he will not make it easy on you. 20 minutes the other night. Josh Christopher played, 2 minutes in the first half. I think another 3 to 4 minutes somewhere in the third quarter, and then fourth quarter comes, garbage time. He played like 4 minutes, I want to say, with Bruno and David Nwaba. I think that was their garbage time unit. So you saw like 5-ish minutes maybe of Josh Christopher the other night. If that's how it's going to be, put him in the G League. I don't want another Usman Garuba situation where it's like, look at this kid with all this potential. In Josh Christopher's case, it's look at this kid with all this potential. When he plays, he makes other teammates better, and he's improving on a week-to-week, game-by-game basis. You need to play him. He needs to be playing. These guys are rookies. 10 minutes is not going to cut it. 10 minutes is going to kill his confidence. It's going to kill any role, any mojo he has. Put the man in the G League if you're going to be playing him 5 minutes every single night, or whenever the hell garbage time comes on. Don't play him based off rotations. Don't pull a Daniel Tice where it's like, oh yeah, all right, maybe every 5 or 6 games we'll give Josh Christopher 20 minutes, 18 minutes. That's a no-go. That's a horrible idea. The next half, second half of the season, and like I said, I'm not that worried because they started to drift into this last season, so I'm not that worried that this won't happen. But Eric Gordon needs to be shut down at one point, and Dennis Schroeder needs to be either shut down or shut down, basically, because we need to see Daishen Nix, who we just signed to a 4-year contract. We need to see what he's all about, and we need to give Josh Christopher meaningful minutes. It's like bottom line. It's really not that complicated. Like I said, I can deal with 1 game, I can deal with 2 games, 3 games, yada, yada, yada. But if this continues to last the whole season, we have a lot of issues. They're good issues to have, but they're issues nonetheless. These kids need to be playing. That's why you put Usman Garuba in the G League, so he can play. So unless you're going to wait for matchups for Josh Christopher, and you can't tell me he's in the doghouse. The man 4 games ago, dropped 23 points against the Spurs. Before the game against the Jazz, so 2 games ago, so I guess 3 games ago, Josh Christopher was shooting over 50% and over 40% from downtown for 2 consecutive games. So he's not in the doghouse. These are just some changes I want to see with the Rockets. I hate talking negative about them, but at the end of the day, I think Silas is going to get fired this season. I don't think he's a developmental coach whatsoever. I think that was pretty clear to begin with, and now they're kind of like forcing him into a developmental coach. Like, this guy came to coach Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Christian Wood, and PJ Tucker and Eric Gordon. Came here to win a championship, not develop these kids. I think Silas is a fine coach, just not in this system. Or at least he needs to start making some of these tweaks. He needs to start making these adjustments. You need to play Christian Wood and Şengün together. You need to see what the hell the future is going to look like. That's it for today. Hit the like button, hit that sub button. Sorry for that Rockets rant, but once again, I will be live tonight. Knicks, Nets should be live right now, so peace.